We're looking at the 3.5 guided notes, an introduction into sets. What is a set is the first question we really need to address. A set, so I'm going to write a set. It is a collection of elements. Now, I use this word element because elements can be almost anything. In mathematics, we use numbers most often. Oh, I didn't need that. So we use numbers most often, but how can we think of sets? I personally think of sets as a jar of marbles, because there's a lot that can happen with this jar of marbles, and it's a collection, right? I have a collection of marbles. So this set has an element, or the elements of this set are marbles, right? So we could say that there's blue marbles, and we can describe the elements inside this set as, we have a little blue marbles, there's some red marbles. Hey, I see a yellow one. So that's how I personally think of sets. So how do we mathematically show a set? Well, there's two different ways we could show a set. We have roster form, and we have set builder notation. All right, so with roster form, it is just a list of elements inside these brackets. Now, it's hard to see there, but these brackets look like this. So that's your left one, and then your right one. And if we wanted to describe this set, these marbles here, we could describe it by saying marbles. That is a set of marbles. We could describe all the colors in that set and have a set where we, I'm going to do it down here, but we could have red marbles, we could have blue marbles, we could have green marbles. Foster, what color did you see in there? What color? White, that's right. All right, so white would be another one of the elements inside the set, and this set describes the colors of marbles. So that's one way we can think of them, is by roster form, just listing the things that are inside the set. Not too terrible. All right, then we have set builder notation. Now, this is usually done with numbers, and I don't know how to do set builder notation with marbles. So the first example they give us is this thing here, and I'm going to read this out, and it's a mouthful to say, but this one here, it says the set of x values such that x is a natural number where x is less than 6. But that's a mouthful just to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It would have been a much faster had I just used roster form up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But these two sets are equivalent because the natural numbers we know to be 1, 2. They're all the counting numbers, the ones that do not include 0. Now we have this one here. The second example is the one I'm going to write out. Now, I read this, the bracket there, this bracket, that bracket says the set. And then there's an X, and this says of x values. And then there's a big old bar. Just a straight up and down bar. That straight up and down bar stands for such that. So that's what the bar stands for. And then we can read the rest. X is greater than -5. And we close the set. Now, I'm not particular about how you write your sets when you use your brackets. Obviously, this is not very perfect. It doesn't have the middle bump very nicely and all that. I'm okay with that. Just as long as you make it obvious that these are brackets, and it tells us the set. And then this part right here, the inequality, x is greater than, oh, that's an A, negative 5. So I'm going to read it again. And just looking at the symbols, I'm going to read this out. So, we're gonna play a game of repeat after me. And I want everybody to participate here. So everybody, go ahead and clear your throat. Clear it out there. Good. All right. So I'm going to say some words, and you're going to say them like they do in a wedding. Okay, you ready? The set of x values such that x is greater than negative 5. Very good, very good. Good job. All right, so let's practice some of these ideas. It asks us to write each set in roster form and in set builder notation. So here it says D is the set of integers greater than negative 5 and less than 5. So D is the set of integers. All right, so we're going to, first of all, we got to define it and give it a name, D. And then we put a little colon here, D. And for roster, we're just going to list them out. So we're going to open up our set bracket. Now I have a set. So what are those numbers? Who knows the first number? I know you want to say negative 5, don't you? But is negative 5 greater than negative 5? Negative 5 is not greater than negative 5. What's the first number greater than negative 5? Negative 4. Good job. So negative 4, and then negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we close our bracket. This is in roster form. So I'm going to write that. I'm going to say roster. That's this guy right there. So to do that in set builder notation, I'm going to write in this space down here. So D is the set of integers greater than negative 5 and less than 5. So I would say all values of D, the set of D values such that D is an integer where, so that little comma is the word where, W-H-E-R-E, where, and I'm going to do this. Negative 5 is less than D, which is less than 5. Whoa, Mr. Stevens, that's crazy. Yeah, we've never done a compound inequality before because that's the next section. But note, D is stuck between negative 5 and 5. It's not equal to either. So here we have it in roster form, and this is set builder. So I'm going to say set dash builder. Whoa. Set builder. Okay. So we have, oh man, are we really going to do this? That's a bunch. Okay. So for number 2, in roster form, T is the set of odd natural numbers less than 14. Oh, that's not too bad since they're odd. Okay, so natural numbers that are smaller than 14. The first one that we know would be what? 13? We could go that route. Okay. So 13, 11, 9. What about 8? Is 8 in this set? No. So 7, 5, 3, and 1. What about negative 1? Why not negative 1? It's not natural. Good. So that's roster form. Oh, man. All right, so in set builder notation, the set of t values such that t is natural, where t is what? What is it? What do you think, Emma? Less than. Good. So we put our less than 14. And we close the set. Now notice on this set of notes, there's an on your own. And this is what I'll be checking for notes come Friday morning. There's a little bit more to go through, but this first one is the one I'll be checking. If you want to try some of these others, you can. But that's the things that we're going to be working on in class, and we're going to complete these notes.